Good afternoon, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Free Talk Thursdays? Well, today I got some couple of tragedies that struck the USPS. A couple of lives lost. Some sad news coming out of I think Dearborn, Michigan, and Texas that happened. The news that is floating all around. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash that hype button for me. Helps out everything. Thanks so much, everybody. Some good comments coming in. You guys communicating your thoughts. Appreciated that from the points of view you guys are at. You guys share everything. I appreciate that so much. I can't explain it. I love reading everything like that. So if you have any questions, suggestions, please do leave them in the comment box for me. Everything I say on here is from my views, my experience, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So let's get to the topic at hand. The news that's floating around, maintenance mechanic, Dearborn, Michigan. In the distribution center, he apparently got in there to fix something. Apparently, I think the mistake that he made was he went there without telling anybody, or having another maintenance person with him at the time he goes in there. Never came out. Got stuck in there, and it was his time to go. Unfortunately, somehow the machine, he messed up, got himself stuck in there somehow. He was fixing something, or the machine was off the time he was doing maintenance on it, and apparently the machine came on. Many hours later, his girlfriend or fiance, I forget, had called the distribution center saying that my family member never showed up home from his job over there, and then they took the tour of the, started searching for him in all the distribution center. Finally, they found him, and the autopsy report said that it was like 6-7 hours that he had already passed away. So 36-year-old ex-military, very sad situation. My condolences to his family. Prayers go out to his fiance. They got some tough times ahead, but an accident that never should have happened. He's a maintenance person fixing the big the machines in the distribution center, and then just nobody knew he was there. Machine came on and got himself stuck, and he took his life. Very unfortunate situation, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. You can't really make excuses, but it's very unfortunate, the way, in the manner, but these things should have been taken care of. Other people should have known he was in there. Other mechanics should have known. He should have never got in there alone, another employee can't see you. So he was apparently at a spot where nobody could actually see him. He was fixing something way underneath the machine, something like that. And just an unfortunate situation. Like I said, prayers go out to his family. And another news that I just read yesterday out of Beaumont, Texas, carrier was doing his route, just didn't see the stop sign or ignored the stop sign. In the pressure of delivering, all our management has us always, stressed out, hurry up, this and that, hurry up. He was probably a new carrier. In any situation, you gotta slow down. You can't rush being a carrier. That's a mistake I made. Like I said, when you're new, you wanna establish yourself, so you actually listen to management and you rush your route. And he was rushing. Didn't see the stop sign. I think Ford F-150 ran into him. His truck is wrecked. They airlifted him, but didn't make it, passed away. So Beaumont, Texas, also prayers go out to his family. condolences to his family. These are sad things that are happening, but that's part of life. We come as newborn, we go when the time is right, when your time is written. That's we're all just living our lives right now. We don't know when the end is. So at least we can pray for the families. These two tragedies that happened, very unfortunate. Like I said, prayers go out to both of them families. It's a tragic loss for USPS family. So just wanted to report on these tragedies that happened. Other than that, we got our own Brian, Mr. Renfro, doing his little chit chat. Doing the rap sessions going around. All excited. New season of talking. What are you gonna get us now? Maybe 1.9%, 2%, maybe. We're thankful always. Somebody had mentioned in the comments. If you're step P and you get these 1%, they're happy. Of course you're happy at step P. You're topped off. I mean, that's great. That's great. Congratulations. But you're at the top already. I know you did your hard work to get there. But others that are not at the high step, we got our own, we're not going to say, but it's great and everything. Granted, we're thankful. God, thank you for everything. We say we're thankful, but in comparison to the times we're living in, that 1 point, he could have done a lot better than 1% for everybody, man. The bare minimum they could have done was 3%, 3, 4%, 5%, something like that. But this 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 is complete nonsense. And this comes after we had rejected the tentative tentative agreement. This was, a majority 60,000. It was denied, no. But this joke of a person, Renfro, went back, presented that same tentative agreement. You know what happened, and got the other person to sign off on it. Man, he didn't do much for us. I mean, and he spent close to 700 days, wasted the time. Just he said negotiations are good. The big red smirk he has on his face, man. Oh man, this, some parts of us, we say after he's done, after a new president comes in, he needs to go back carrying, man. Deliver from what his own, what he did. I mean, he's made his 6 figures already, continues to make off of our, union dues. So, I get all worked up talking about this guy, what he did for us. This is after what really pissed off the carriers. You got a tentative deal. You presented to us the voting, that the little ballot came in the mail for each of us. We voted, and it was 60,000 people that voted no on it. It was denied strictly. What kind of message did you get when you got the results and saying 60,000 denied it no? You were supposed to go back and change it if possible, but you didn't. You took that same tentative agreement, completely ignored all the carriers who denied that, and presented that in arbitration, and got the arbitrator, Nolan, I don't know what he was smoking, signing that thing. He said good, 1 point, hey, that's good. I don't know, he took his side. Like, it's a win-win for everybody. We're not giving much, 1%, 3% total for all the, it's very insane what this guy did. It was historically bad. He called it historically good. He's the worst, I think, historically to any union presidents. The people that back him, I don't know how you back him. I just can't get it. I can't get it. What message did that send you when 60,000 denied that, rejected that tentative agreement, but yet you're the guy you favor, went in front of the arbitrator, presented that same identical thing, and got it approved? That's what we ended up with after we rejected it. So it's I don't have no respect for him. He's a failure. Every day sitting on that seat is a bonus for him. He doesn't deserve to be there. A lot of you in the comments also mentioned when he got busted drunk driving, he should have been removed. That's still a mystery how he kept his seat. I don't know. The higher ups loved him. I don't know how that worked. Any other president in any other decade would have been, thrown to the side, and they would have been voting right there and then who should be the new NALC president. But it didn't work out that way. This guy's luck. He continued to make six figures when he should have been thrown out off of our union dues, milking it all to the last second until he gets removed or, the new president, NALC president comes in. So it's, like I said, I get worked up talking about this joke of an NALC president we have, man. I mean, he hasn't done anything for the carriers. At one point, any president could go in there, negotiate a 1%, 3%, whatever contract. It's not a win-win. He did nothing to the other rules. Our health benefits are going sky high this time around. Other things he didn't take care of. What did he take care of? What's the plus did he do? What did he do? All the cost of living adjustment, he didn't do anything with that. That goes with the times we're living in. Whatever the market, that's the cost of living adjustment we get. So the one thing that he could have done something, he flopped. He failed big time, miserably. 700 days, you know how long 700 days is, man? He had his mindset from day one of that 700 days. He had his mindset, that, we're not going to do anything. Post office has already given me a favor, whatever. I was busted drunk driving. I get to keep my job. Well, post office had nothing to do with that. That's the NALC. If the higher ups wanted to throw him out, they could have easily done it. He was busted, drunk driving. What more you want? Irresponsibility. He's a young guy, I think he's younger than me, but that's no excuse, younger or older. You were given that seat with responsibility that you flopped, you failed big time. You even were busted drunk driving, you kept your seat, and now you dare start another negotiating with that red face. You're starting, you're proudly saying, oh, here comes the negotiations again, here comes... This time I'll just give him a few pennies more. He just needs to be removed. He has no business being there. He didn't do anything. He failed. The tentative agreement he created took 700 days, was rejected. Majority rejected it. But he ignored it and took it in front of the arbitrator and got us the identical deal. That was thrown out by all the carriers. So it's not much to say about him. We got to live until the day the new president comes in, whoever it may be, Henry or Cariff. May the better man win. They're both great in my book. I mean, I got nothing against either one of them. We just need a new president, period, man, to step up a little bit more. The money is the bottom line for the carriers. And if you can't do better than 1%, I mean, honestly, you don't deserve that seat. I know the things he said, post office, the times are rough, we're losing $1 billion, but, other people say management, they continue to get their massive raises. The supervisors get their raises, and they're nowhere near 1%. I mean, so the whole system is, made this way. You just got to have a president with balls that can go in there. Say we demand, but again, that comes to my other point from my other day, the video that I made, the keyword leverage. Let me say that again, leverage. Teamsters have the leverage, and you already know from my other video what I was talking about. The leverage meaning, the chance to strike. I know there was a lot of comments saying, man, ain't nobody gonna strike. I'm not talking about we actually gonna strike. Just the word itself, when you presented, you said there's a chance we're gonna strike if you don't give us what we want. gets decisions done. That's how Teamsters been winning all these cases for their all their members of the different unions they represent, the companies. So us over here in the post office, we don't have that leverage. So actually, we get a better president. Say we're gonna get a better president. God willing, we're praying for a better president. How much is this new president gonna demand? He's just gonna sit there and he's gonna say, okay, we want a reasonable 3 to 5% increase, each time on the whatever the contract. And post office can always deny it. They say, we're not gonna give that. It goes to arbitration again. Ballot voting is out the door. That doesn't work. We voted no, still we ended up with the same. So basically we didn't even vote. That was a whole ballot mailing was a waste of time. We got it in the mail. That whole thing was a flop. It failed. So what good did it do? It's just, I think it's a waste of time, ballot, because if it did work, he would have changed everything and then go for a better offer. But at the end of all that, the leverage talk comes and the post office is going to tell the arbitrator, okay, we can't give the 3%, make it 2%. So if the president has a goal that presents a higher number, like, what I'm saying, 5% increase, so then somewhere between 0 and 5%, the USPS is going to settle. They're going to say, okay, not 5%, we're going to give you 3%. That 3% is better than what he got us, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. So there's ways of negotiating even without leverage, but sadly, this past year, this current president, he doesn't have that skill. So like I said, Karif or Henry, hopefully, a lot of you in the comments also tell me, Henry is the same. He's been the vice president. He also makes 6 figures from our union dues. I think he makes 6 figures. I'm pretty sure he does. So, and you all say he's the same as Renfrod. Until he becomes president and he has the whole thing to himself, we really can't judge like that. I mean, as a vice president, he was kicked out of certain things, negotiations. So until he's the president, or Karif is very good too, stands up for the carriers like nobody's business. He's very good until one of them has the office to themselves. Give them time, what they present to the carriers, they stand up for the carriers, and it happens actually, the increase happens after all the negotiation period. Then we can judge a president. I can't really say anything about Henry without him being president first. You can't really look at what he's done as a vice president. Sort of speaking, you can, but for me, I'm all looking at what he's gonna do as a president. So these are the different things just discussing on this Free Talk Thursday. I like to open up. Thursday off day, waiting here, so just I can open up about everything that's going on in the post office. So have plenty of time right now in waiting. What is waiting? You might as well talk about what's going on in your workplace. So, but actually, this video was about the tragedies that happened to the post office. The maintenance guy that got stuck in the machine, discovered hours later he had passed away, and the carrier that ran a stop sign in Beaumont, I think yesterday, lost his life too. So condolences to both of their families, and we pray for them. May God give them ease, their tragic time. So that's it for this one. Just want to bring up certain things, a few things that are going across. Other than that, everything is good. Cooler weather is here, so that's can't go wrong with that. I'm not a fan of summer by any means. I was born in winter times and I like winter time, so Hope everybody's doing good, guys. Like I said, if you have any comments, any suggestions, any questions, you new CCAs have any question, I'll be glad to answer. If I can't get the answer right away, give me some time. I will definitely answer you. So everything is good. Hope all y'all doing good. Just protect yourself. Like we talked about, this carrier ran a stop sign. Your safety comes first and foremost. Do not rush anything. This carrier lost his life because of rushing. Apparently, there's no other thing. He ran a stop sign. I mean, that just tells the mind that he's in a hurry. So rushing is not worth it. There's two things. Rushing, you're hurting the route you're on, you're hurting the route time, and we're paid by the hour. So you tell me, how is it benefiting anything? So please be safe out there, cautious, check your surroundings, and everybody stay safe. Until next time, MailmanSyed out. Take care, guys. Peace.